and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Israel and Jerusalem will be destroyed by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles is fulfilled. In the year 70 AD, Titus came and destroyed Israel and Jerusalem and carried them of as slaves all over the Roman Empire. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Saith the Lord. Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb? Saith thy God. Isaiah 66, verses 8 and 9 happened in 1948. You might say, so what? How do we know it's the 1948 event being talked about in this prophecy? This prophecy talks about it happening in one day. As you may or may not know, Israel became a nation in a single day. There are other prophecies about this event as well. They go into detail about other aspects of this event. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Ezekiel is talking about the creation of a Jewish nation, but notice the phrase in the latter years. This is a reference to the end times. I think from the sword is referring to World War II. Mark Twain described that area in Israel as a barren desert in 1867, or a waste as the Bible describes it.
If you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
The part about telling the North to give up happened in 1987. Ronald Reagan told Gorbachev to tear down the wall. Note that Reagan's advisors told him to remove the tear down this wall part. President Reagan obviously didn't listen to them. Not long after that, the wall came down, and hundreds of thousands of Jews held in Russia moved to Israel from the north to Israel. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. They were dispersed around the world long ago, and those who were dispersed to Russia speak Russian, and so on. A lot of them only speak the language of the country they were dispersed to, with some exceptions, of course. In any case, they spoke many different languages. Since Israel became a nation, they brought Hebrew back from basically a dead language to once again the national language of Israel. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. There was a total eclipse on August 21st, 2017, and April 8th, 2024. Then there was a blood moon on March 13 and 14, depending on geographic location. Revelation 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. The great river Euphrates is drying up. Some areas are worse than others, but it is significantly drying up. There are a lot of videos on it drying up and how fast it's happening. This video is simply to point it out. Who knows how long till it's completely dry. There has never been a period in history where knowledge has increased so dramatically, like 1948 till now. Up till 1900, the world was still using horse and carriage. Pay attention to the wording, to the time of the end. In other words, this will happen during the end times. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. This generation shall not die out before the coming of Jesus Christ. Given an average lifespan of around 80 plus years, lands us around 2028 to 2032.